No, his bunkie is gonna be lit. Yo, I got Sam Bankman. When he does his Fed bid, he's gotta be like, I'm from Oakland, what's up, dog? Sam, you be from Oakland, what up? Oh, you from Oakland? He said, yeah, my whole block crip.
There's like some interviews of him just sitting there in the chair shaking. Like, that's all he's gonna do, he's just gonna sit and shake.
Yeah, Sam, well, I don't believe you. Why don't you tell me what that means? It means my whole block in its entirety was crip. You do that, Sam, you'll be all right.
20 years.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 20. In the Feds, they call it football numbers. You know, I was baseball though, numbers. The problem is, I don't think they're going to like the deals they're going to get. Carolyn's still going to do a 5-piece.
You already know she's snitching him out.
Gary might get 20 or 30. A lot of people don't talk about Gary. He's kept a low profile, but that dude could get a ton.
I don't know.
I think his parents should be indicted too.
Oh, they might be. I was telling a friend yesterday that if he doesn't plea, they're gonna bring his dad into it, I think.
Martin, did you buy that FTX token ever?
No, thank God. I did short it.
Did you buy the Trump token?
The Trump token. That's called the US dollar, ma'am.
Hey Martin, in a hypothetical situation, if SBF came into your cell block, how do you think you would treat him?
No!
Would you steal his shoes?
If I'm still in prison?
Yeah, like if the timelines were aligned and, you know, just a hypothetical situation here.
Completely hypothetical, right?
Would you steal his towels or something?
No.
What do you think you would do?
First of all, me and my homies, we would know he's coming to the block. So we would be on alert. You know, we got people, you know what I mean, that keep us informed about such, you know, circumstances. When he showed up, we'd be like, yo, we've been waiting for you. Just to give him like extra, you know, little heart attack.
Yeah. You gotta let him know that you hold the keys, right?
No, it's not even like that. First off, the homie Reggie goes up to him and says, we've been waiting for you, come this way. He'd be like, what? I'm taking you to the man, he's been waiting for you. Who's that? And he takes me to the back cell, you know, my cell. And it's me and like just a veritable, I don't even know how to say it, like an assembly of goons. Basically, I would like tongue lash him for like definitely a few minutes.
Yeah, like that guy would not be getting absolutely any commissary like his entire time in jail, right? Because you'd be stealing it.
Yeah, for sure. But like that's not even arguably he's got bigger issues than somebody stealing his commissary.
Such as what?
Death, extortion. I don't know.
Getting set up.
He'd have a lot of issues. He's definitely getting checked in. That's funny. No, it depends. He's getting checked in or dying. I mean, he could get white boy protection if he skins his head, shaves his head, and goes skinhead. He can kind of get something white boys, crazy white boys.
The Woods, Pen 1, Public Enemy.
It's some weird white supremacy gang. I don't know all about it, but
in prison, that might be it. Pen 1, they call it.
Or do you think he would like go to like sort of like a Ghislaine Maxwell type prison? You know, like he'd be doing yoga with her and stuff like that.
There's no such thing. No, he could go AB, Aryan Brotherhood, but there's another one. Dirty White Boys, it's called. Dirty White Boys, I believe.
How do you think they would like feel about that though? You know, like
they would accept
realistically. Like I mean, they'd be like, hey, Mr. Bankman Fried, like, would you like to join our white supremacist group?
Yeah, of course it is. It's his only chance. Yeah, he would have to put in work. And that's mandatory. Somebody owes a debt. Sam, I heard you're good with billions of dollars. Collect this 50 chicken pouches.
You have to put all these chicken pouches in your house. Is that the type of work that he'd be doing?
No. Put in work is like
with your asshole
to kill somebody. Like Mexicans owe us like 50 chicken pouches. Go stab one of them up right now. That's basically what put in work is. Sam, they're trying to make us look like suckers, and we ain't suckers, is we?
Right, how come you had your goons? Like, how did you convince them to become your disciples, I guess?
Powerful guys just constantly will have followers, no matter who they are. Charismatic people, powerful people. Having followers is just a part of, you know, being a leader. Whether you're a corporate leader or a gang leader or any type of, I mean, think about, you know, any famous gangster movies you watch. Why do guys follow Scarface or Marlon Brando's Godfather? Charisma.
He doesn't actually ever go up to them and be like, hey, do you want to be my friend? He doesn't do that. It just happens naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
How was your jury, Martin? Did you have any opinions?
I'd say they were okay.
Would they stare you down, or they were neutral? Not like that.
They're relatively nice,
How do you go into the sentence?
Oh, it's
How do you do it?
very, very hard. I mean, that has got to be one of the most gut-wrenching emotional experiences. It certainly was in my life. You just don't know what's going to
So
happen.
much uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, you literally could get life. They did a study that said if you get sentenced before lunch, you get a worse sentence. Crazy.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
You're already thinking about it before the judge is even in the room. You're already like, oh my God, I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's bad.
You were under the impression that you would probably get a bigger sentence than you did?
No, I thought I'd get roughly the same. I think we thought we got about a year or two more than maybe we should have.
I don't understand how someone, a living person with a lot of sanity, walks into a 30-year sentence, and what do you expect out of it? At the end of it, you're 30 years older.
Yeah.
It's done.
Really, really, really hard.
You know how these people do it?
Yeah, I mean, don't be a criminal, right? I'm sure he didn't go into this thing.
Obviously. Well,
You do 85% of your time, right?
why don't you do your whole sentence?
Well, you get 85% off, 15% off for good time. Not hurting somebody in prison, not, causing a riot, not causing a ruckus. As long as you do that, every time you do something bad, like have a cell phone in prison, for a good, personal example, you get a couple months off your good time. So you'll go home later. Every time you get into a fight, you get a couple months off. Now you gotta lose 6 months of your good time or a year of your good time. I lost about 2 months of good time.
What happened, if you don't mind?
Every time was different. Some stupid stuff like calling someone in an unauthorized way or emailing someone in an unauthorized way. Every time I would talk smart to some thug in prison, they would be like, "Shkreli, I don't want to lose no good time, man." I'm like, "All right, I'm sorry." You're not worth lose a good time over. You go to a disciplinary hearing within the jail, so you have a little court system where they adjudicate when they take your good time. So I've appealed that kind of thing. It's very hard to fight.
Yeah, the scene at Shawshank Redemption at the end where he's trying to convince him to give him parole, it's kind of like that.
Parole board is something else, but for sure it's similar.
Oh, it's different. Oh.
Yeah, I mean the parole board is a unique and specific thing that in federal prison doesn't apply, but
Oh, you can't parole out of federal?
correct. Parole has been abolished in federal prison.
I don't know how you did it. 5 years is a lot.
It was a lot.
Would you say the Fed is safer than state?
Great question.
Facilities?
Absolutely it is. You do not want to be in state prison relative to feds. Feds are better. Still not a place I'd recommend, needless to say.
What makes Feds better?
Feds are better because...
That's corruption.
No. It's very interesting. There generally is no murder charge in federal prison. It's generally not a charge. So there are killers, absolutely, in federal prison, but they're there for other crimes. Drug trafficking, RICO. There's sort of a RICO murder charge. But a straight-up murder is not prosecuted in federal prison. Someone's saying, isn't the feds more for white-collar crime? So if you commit a white-collar crime, in general, you're going to federal prison. In general, an armed robbery that doesn't leave the state bid. Drug trafficking, state bid. Murder for hire is technically a federal crime. But again, you need interstate commerce or interstate stuff like that.
Fed is safer than state.
Fed is generally safer than the state. State is just reckless and crazy. Zach Morrison and his pals got charged by the SEC. The SEC is not a criminal body. They can only sue you. The SEC cannot put you in prison under any circumstance.
Hey Martin, how do the rich and powerful swing getting put in a better jail? Because I was kind of surprised, like you didn't get put in a nice place, don't all finance people get kind of put in a nicer spot?
Nah, dude, the Bureau of Prisons is very hard to navigate, no matter how much money you have. If you are under the radar guy, there's definitely things you can do. But if you're not under the radar, look at an Epstein.
Yeah, could you shed some light on how that would happen, or do you know?
Yeah, I do. Some things probably should just remain unsaid, but yeah, there's people you can hire and stuff like that can help you orient yourself around the prison a bit. Again, these are things best not told to the general public. Yeah, it's all about your security level at the end of the day, but there's even games that can be played around that. But you certainly can't turn a pen dude into into a camp guy. Penn people don't go to camps, camp people don't go to Penns. Yeah, keeping to yourself is crucial. Problem is, in a Penn, Sam Bankman's, yeah. He could skate by in a low real easy. In the low, he'd kind of be a little celebrity. Medium or a Penn, he was looking like food.
Does that sort of get you clout though? Like,
Yeah,
like when you were in there, like you're like, oh, like this guy has the Wu-Tang album. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. When you're a celebrity, it's fine if you got any kind of credibility. The problem with Sam is he's not from New York, right? Like, where is he from? Does anyone know where he grew up?
Aren't his parents Stanford professors? So like probably.
Yeah, he's from California, so like he's not going to get much credibility over that. Like, can he rep some kind of hood or something? I don't think so. Right? Like, he's got to be like,
honestly.
yeah, I'm Orange County. I'm from Oakland or something like that. If he says that, like, he's all right. Yeah, I'm from Oakland, dog. What's up? When he does his Fed bid, he's got to be like, I'm from Oakland. What's up, dog? That's all he's got to say. Sammy B from Oakland. Yeah, my block was
Do you
all.
see him in like the interviews? There's like some interviews of him just sitting there in the chair shaking. Like, that's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna sit and shake.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
He's got to just be Sammy B from Oakland. What up? And then if anybody says, "Oh, you from Oakland?" He said, "Yeah, my whole block Crip." My whole block Crip.
Oh, my whole block.
No, my whole block Crip. Don't even worry about what it means.
I had a roommate who was Crip.
And if somebody says, "Yes, Sam, well, I don't believe you. Why don't you tell me what that means?" He's got to say, "It means my whole block in its entirety was Crip. What don't you understand about that?" If you do that, Sam, you'll be all right.
Then if they ask again, that's disrespect.
That's
Then you can do
disrespect.
something.
Yeah, that's what he say. Don't disrespect me. I ain't disrespect you. It's gonna be tough that first day, Sam. You gotta really lay down your games. Everybody is gonna ask him to teach them how to scam, teach them how to steal, teach them how to defraud for billions. He's gonna be like, "No, I actually started an actual business." I'm like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Heroin.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never read it. Like, it's like a
Heroin's
like
just a high margin
magazine.
commodity.
Supply and demand.
He's gonna be the first MIT guy to go to the feds, I think.
I need to watch some footage of him, but like, is he actually a genius or just a fraud?
Nah, he's totally a fraud.
Fraud.
Total fake.
There was like this like hacker or somebody, like the FBI arrested this guy from MIT like in 2012 and he killed himself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like Aaron Schwartz
Aaron
or something like
Schwartz,
that.
that's it.
I'm not insane.
Aaron Schwartz, correct. No, his bunkie is gonna be lit. Whatever bunkie Sam gets, gonna be like, "Yo, I got Sam Bankman."
Maybe just take it out, man. They're gonna get that boy to testify against him, probably.
Who's that?
Whoever bunks with that dude is gonna
Oh,
sing.
yeah. Jailhouse snitches are rare, but given Sam's penchant for talking too much, I wouldn't be surprised if the feds are like, "All right, listen, come here. You're gonna be listening to this dude. All right? Anything he says, I want you to write it down. Remember it. You got that?" And if he doesn't say anything, they're gonna be like, "Listen, this is what you heard today. You got that?"
This is what you heard today.
Oh, okay. And then Mr. Bankman told me that he meant to take all the money. Mr.
He's already like tweeted all that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So much,
He
it's
said-
like doesn't even matter.
He said, "I was just laughing and tweeting and playing League the whole time." Is it admissible? Yes, it is admissible. Definitely admissible.
My favorite is that he keeps tweeting like, "Yo, I just need another chance. I can make everybody whole. We have the money, but the bankruptcy, trustees took it all and seized all our assets, so we can't pay anybody out."
Your Honor, I was just trolling.
Yeah, judges don't like that.
He got dropped by his lawyer not too long ago, right? Because he was just talking too much.
He has a new one. I think he's got Mark Cohen.
He's got a new one.
He can't talk if he's in jail now, so
Yeah, it might be a
the
bit
damage
best
is
for
already
him.
done.
Good luck, Mark Cohen.
Yeah, not gonna be easy. I'd advise a quick plea. Spare
He
himself.
bought like just in political donations alone, like just from him personally, I found like $38 million, and then like his other guys like posted roughly the same. That's just
It's
personal
illegal.
donations.
It's
That's not
illegal
even
money,
including
though.
corporate donations to
That-
super PACs.
That was not supposed to be used for that. That was not his money to use.
Oh,
Yeah, part of his charges.
he wrote down IOUs, I'm sure. You know, he's put IOUs in his QuickBooks.
Part of the charges, he allocated customer funds for political donations.
Who does that?
It's ridiculous, man. It's absurd. It's crazy.
He bought $220 million worth of Bahamian real estate.
But like, just going back to the donations for a second, like, yeah, I'm gonna commit some real fraud so that I can give some money to Bernie Sanders. Like, who decides that's the reason to commit crime? I really need this dough to give to Biden.
There's an entry in one of his QuickBooks things. He bet like $7.5 million against Trump.
3 more days to actually arrest him, because then we may or may not have seen a congressional hearing. That would have been fun.
When
And
he gets like stressed out, he just sits there and starts shaking. There's numerous videos of him just sitting in front of like, you know, people and shaking.
Because he's on like amphetamines.
Well, that's what they want you to think. I don't think he's taking that many. I think like it's a scienter defense, like they're trying to prep for. So like, one, they're saying he's just a kid, you know, like the guy's 30 years old, you know, and they're like, his parents keep, you know, pushing in the media that he's a kid, which he's not. You know, so they're saying he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm
You
just
know
a
what he's
Toys
doing.
R Us kid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna play it up, but he doesn't. He has pats on his arm and then takes Adderall in addition to that.
Yeah, and then you're gonna say he's like incapacitated or whatever.
So him, I mean, I haven't been following the legal stuff too closely, but is there any chance he'll get off completely or not be in
I don't
prison at
think
all?
so.
Oh,
I mean, no, he's definitely going to jail.
Personally, I don't think so, yeah.
I'm guessing a little bit more than 11.
20 years.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 20. I just don't see anything shy of in the feds they call it football numbers. You know, I
I got it.
was baseball numbers.
Oh, okay, now I got it. It's like years. I was.
I mean, I'll defer my opinions to the expert.
He doesn't. I mean, I haven't watched too much about him, but he doesn't seem like the type that could handle prison that well. I mean, it seems like he has very like protective parents who are like deeply involved in his life. I don't know.
I think his parents should be indicted too.
Oh, they might be. I was telling a friend yesterday that if he doesn't plead, they're going to bring his dad into it, I think.
I did see that his mother was, and she's a lawyer, so she knows what she's doing, but she
Yeah, well,
was
that's the thing.
openly
They're both-
laughing when at like certain accusations in court,
I
like when
think
they
that
called
was-
him a fugitive. That's just not a good look. But
That was probably like a nervous, scared laugh or something like that. I don't think she was trying to make a mockery of the court or something. I mean,
maybe don't know for sure.
that would be.
I keep posting on Zero Hedge that they should all rat each other out. It's like I keep posting on Zero Hedge, like first one to talk is the best deal.
Always. Well, that's the thing. If they all plead, they could just make this sort of go away as quickly as possible and just call it a day. But if they sit there hemming and hawing and worrying about all this and trying to think that they can get off, Caroline's probably guilty as well. I would agree with that. I don't think they're going to try to kill SBF. And they're definitely not Costa Nostra. They're all going to talk and implicate Sam. The problem is I don't think they're going to like the deals they're going to get. Caroline's still going to do a 5-piece.
You already know she's snitching him out. You already know.
She's doing a 5-piece. Trabuco's doing 10. Gary might get 20 or 30. A lot of people don't talk about Gary. He's kept a low profile, but that dude could get a ton. I wouldn't go to trial for him. I think if basically the message would be, it would be such an insult to the courts, given the overwhelming evidence. No, he's not going to get killed. Stop it. First, the conspiracy was Sam wouldn't get indicted because he's CIA informant, Democratic super funder. It's all nonsense. And then he got indicted in record time. Like, it usually takes 4 or 5 years to do an investigation. 2 years if they're going super fast. Maybe a year. They did this thing in 4 weeks.
And extradited on top of that.
Well, it's not like there wasn't copious amounts of evidence, though. I mean, no one else has really put up that much evidence.
Well, my guess is they did it fast because they were worried he was going to flee, and there was a gigantic public, kind of